Yeah, well, basically we probably are Digbeth's most famous resident, I suppose. Everybody does associate the area with the coach station, and that's something we're very, very proud of. What I'm going to do is I'll talk through what we've done and what we think or believe the evidence has shown is the impact. And then obviously questions will dictate whether people think that has been the case or if there's anything else we could do. So this is obviously, as we said, we're very, very proud of it. It's our global headquarters as well. So not only is it where most people associate it from, it's where we run all of our businesses from. It's a £15 million private investment into Digbeth, obviously a significant sum, and a sum that came in several years ago, has been developed, and we are the largest private sector employer in Birmingham. Not a lot of people know that. It's something we're much more keen to sing about, but we employ 5,400 people, one of the region's biggest, and we'll go on to this, but in Digbeth alone, the size of employment is significant. It was the first of the gateways to be delivered. It was delivered on time and under budget, two things that are always quite nice to be able to say. And we are environmentally friendly. We hold a BREEAM accreditation, we harvest our own rainwater, we've developed new technologies that we've used throughout our other stations as well, one of which is in Adderley Street, which is, we've got voltage optimization, solar panels, so we do strive to make sure that our buildings in the area are as good as they can be. Just a quick really run through of the group that is now based in Digbeth. We've got the old Travel West Midlands buses that are now National Express West Midlands. The largest urban bus network outside of Europe, outside of London, sorry. We've got about 1,600 vehicles running around the West Midlands, and during the shower we board about 23 people a second throughout the city. So we are playing a big part of getting people around. We've got the award-winning Midland Metro, which is soon to be coming through the city centre as well. The coaches, everybody knows the coaches, and we'll see them regularly here. And we've also got a rail franchise. But the global reach is the thing we wanted to point out as well. This is our head office. We do own and operate businesses outside of the UK. We've got the yellow iconic sort of school buses in the States and in Canada, and we also run the largest coach company in Spain as well, ALSA. And again, this is where we're based. So, impact in the local area. We employ over 1,100 people in Digbeth alone. That is a fairly significant amount of people to employ. Majority of people are at the big bus depot in Adderley Street, the old Travel West Midlands bus depot, which is obviously now ours. The new station has led to new businesses. Obviously there's the franchises in the coach station alone, WH Smith's, Upper Crust, Starbucks, as well as obviously the shops around, nicer, other businesses, small businesses that are actually doubling in size as a result of us being here. We bring 2 million people to the area every year. Now some of those, we will be honest, may just stay in the coach station. They may be here for an hour and a half, but it's still a lot of people landing, and we are their first impression of Birmingham in many cases. That's why we've spent the £15 million on really turning the coach station into something I think looks much more like, an airport terminal, frankly. And also why the businesses are doubling. That is why Starbucks is full. It's why Nice is full. Why Chris's Cafe, the wonderful Chris's Cafe, has always got people in. And as part of this sort of passion we have for the area, we are supporting local charities. We use all of our lost property from the coach station and our coach stations around the country, but Digbeth obviously specifically tonight to help local charities. Mobile phones that aren't reclaimed within a certain period of time go to charities. Glasses that are left go to Glasses for Africa, which is a local charity promoting sort of good health over there. And we've launched a foundation, which we are really, really proud of. It's only had its first lot of funding this year, but following the disturbances in the city centre last year, we thought we've got to do something about this, and we thought, what could we do? So we've launched a foundation. It's £500,000 foundation. It will support youngsters into higher and further education and local community groups, and £20,000 of that funding has gone to Southend City College, helping 20 local young people into education that may not have happened if it wasn't for this funding. And we've had £30,000 go to 6 local community groups, including 1A mixed studio that are going to schools and promote drug and gang awareness, as well as Urban Cycles, who are getting kids onto bikes, getting kids out of inner city areas and promoting activity. Really good charities that we're really glad to be able to help, and we will be doing the same again next year, same amount of money, and hopefully we'll continue to do this every year. We've signed a partnership with the local college, which is great. Not only obviously the funding from the foundation, but we're including discounted travel for apprentices. We've given some of our old vehicles, I believe, to help transportation from the college, and I believe we're starting a mentoring scheme. Yeah, which apparently I am involved in. My colleagues assure me. So yes, that's something we're really looking forward to. And again, it's that sort of size of employment we have. A lot of our guys go over to the Costa that's in the college, and it's just that sort of being that presence. It's being there, and Yum as well. And a lot of people spend a lot of time in Yum. And the other part of this is high-profile police operations. I didn't know whether to put these in because it could have sounded negative, but we are part of a partnership with Centro and the police locally, and as a result we know we have some issues on the buses, and some of the issues create problems elsewhere in the city centre. When we do one of our big sort of crackdowns on issues on the bus, actually crime throughout the whole city falls. When we put a police officer at the top of Corporation Street, when buses went down Corporation Street, the city centre crime would fall by about 17%. So it does have an impact. When we do big high profile gateway operations, which we very often do by Camp Hill or outside the Peugeot garage, crime in the city centre stops because we're catching people on the way in. There's very often sort of sniffer dogs there. I was at one by the Peugeot garage a couple of weeks back, and someone was arrested. Now, this transaction would have probably taken place in town, would have happened, would have gone on. So it is crime we are stopping, but it's also that profiles, as we were saying, people should want to come to Digbeth and think it's safe, and it's playing that profile. We want people to see that we are taking action on that as well. And amazingly, 2 buses a minute travel through Digbeth. So past the coach station into the town centre, 2 buses a minute, with people coming in, being able to stop here, local residents being able to stop here, going into town, into work, shop, playing that part in the local economy. And that's what I've got. As I say, well, I know we were going to look at what more we could do, but I thought probably you guys would have a better idea anyway. So.
Thank you, Jack. We'll take a couple of questions. Please, would you like to introduce yourself?
Bruce, Vice Chairman of the Federation of Small Business. I would personally like to compliment you on the coach station. I have the onerous duty to collect my grandson from university in Bristol, getting back a couple of days later because he's working at one of the local stores in the weekend, and I think it's absolutely magnificent.
Brilliant, thank you. And that is, I'm really happy to repeat the first question. That was, quite really nice praise about the coach station, and that is the thing we want. I mean, I'll be honest, years ago when I was at university, I remember the old coach station, and when I came for my interview at National Express, they said it's at the coach station. And a guy was like, wow, this is a gateway. This is somewhere people can come, think, yeah, I'm in Birmingham, I'm in a big city. It's a great first impression. And as I say, I think it is much more near an airport. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Another question? Yes, please, at the back.
Yeah, you talk about all the businesses that benefited from the regeneration of the coal station. But my business didn't benefit. Right? I've been down in Digbeth for 20 years. I've been down in Digbeth when they changed the city centre and all the roads was blocked up and the traffic was diverted. I've been down there when you guys rebuilt the coal station, and the buildings around you are still the same. You know, you've got a nice new coal station, but our buildings are dilapidated. need to attract business. My shop needs to be revamped and everything. And I've been to the council. I haven't been to you, but I've been to the council and I've tried to inquire. But it doesn't seem to be funded around. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about splashing that fund, giving £30,000 here and there and whatever. So what about existing businesses? You know Chris's Cap, you know Nice Cap, you don't know me.
Well, yeah, that basically the question there was, we've spoken about some businesses that have been affected positively, but it seems not every business has. Frankly, the reason we started the foundation, as I said, was the civil disturbances. We saw a problem there. In terms of, and wanted to address it, and we hope will. In terms of the businesses around not getting the investment needed to make the most of the coach station's regeneration, it's a difficult one for us to comment on or really be able to deal with, if I'm completely honest, as a private company. We hope that it should generally, that kind of investment, uplift everything. As I say, we think there has been, and we were told by some people they have seen that. I suppose I've got to be honest, in terms of funding to uplift a shop front or invest in an old building, it would be something for the council or a social enterprise, a foundation or association, really, if I'm completely honest. I don't know of any other sort of private company that has a funding.
The coal station affected us even when they was rebuilding the coal station, everything affected us. But we didn't hear from the coal station. We weren't, no one came over to talk to us or whatever, and no one came to see how things would affect us. When they changed the city centre, no one came to us to see how anything affected us. My business has not increased. If anything, my business it's been cut in half, if not even more than that. And I'm saying every time I'm trying to talk to someone, and someone's saying, well, we don't know this and we don't know, we can't do this. But when you have meetings like this, everybody's talking about how much money they've given out to who, organisations and whatever, to colleges, to this group, and to that group. So I'm just saying, there must be something, that can be done for the businesses, existing businesses. You're going to create new businesses, you're going to invite new businesses into the area, but what about the existing businesses who are there already? We talk about Starbucks got a million places all around England.
It has, but equally it is employing people that weren't being employed before. And I don't disagree with you. And if people didn't feel they were consulted at the stage the coach station was being developed, or roads were being closed, or work was going on, then it's wrong. They should have maybe been consulted better. And all we can do now is apologise about that. In terms of all we can do, is I believe, and so far we've done it, is be proud of where we're based, bring people who were working in a head office in London to Digbeth, create jobs, employ people, invest in the centre of where we are, and play an active part in the community. I mean, and that is what we've done. It is very, very difficult, really, to commit to, especially, as I've said, as a private company, to how else we would be able to really either fund or plan the regeneration outside of our own premises. I mean, it just would be very, very difficult to do.
Okay, thank you, Jack.
Can I just jump to
Yeah, please.
I don't know if there is anything we can do, but if you can give me your details, I can make sure that we explore any possibility of any stream of funding to see if there is anything. Is that okay?
And just to top it up, I was just whispering into your ears to give me your details. And this tonight, it's about this. This, what we are doing tonight, it's about getting to know each other, getting to know the area, getting to know how we can do business with each other, and making sure that nobody's left out. So, yes, double invitation. Thank you so much.